in. Oh, it is hot today. It's 114 outside. Well, probably hotter than that. 120 in the afternoon, Tuesday. Here in sunny California. Yep, it's hot, guys. Hot, hot, hot. 114 outside. It feels hotter than that. All right, I'll be right back. Oh. Yeah. Alrighty, who's here? Who's here? Canal. What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. I'm going to work here. Driving here for another 45 to 50 minutes. It's hot today. Feel the heat. It's 114 outside. No clouds in the sky today. Humidity, yeah, it doesn't seem that bad, but it's probably some humidity. Yep. Okay. Yeah, even held me onto the steering wheel. It's like, ah. You gotta let it cool down a bit. Ooh. Yep. Yeah, the air feels like hardly any air. Oh boy, that was a little gust of wind there. like an obstacle course today. Yeah. So how's everybody doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending wherever you're at. Here it's afternoon, 1:25 in the afternoon here in California. 104 the temperature. 114 the temperature outside. So it is hot outside. Gotta stay hydrated, guys. Oh yeah, so check out my community tab, check out my channel list, check out my family and friends list. Family and friends list, you got channels like Iron Dog, My Animal House, Kurtwood, Keys Constrictors, KY Constrictors, TNT Balls, Big D's Pythons. Who else? We got James Guide. We have Derek's Reptiles. We have Spider Mom. We have Mark the Spider Guy. We have Sherry Mad Cat. Go check out all those channels. And go check out my community tab. Got channels like Fantastic Coins and Cards and Coins Guru. You got Nitro Freak. You have Sherry, another Sherry. You have Mike's Aquatics. Go try to get him to 500, everybody. He's having a bad time. He's having to get rid of his animals, his aquariums he has. He said because of his health. So go say a prayer for him, and also go. If you're not subscribed to him, go subscribe to him. Share him out to your community. Let's get him to 500. You know, at least he'll have a happy, community tab, which will be nice. A lot of traffic here today. This is the bad part of the internet. You can see how it goes. It'll usually go in and out. Go check out Venus Martinez. She's from Canada. Go check out John Paul. He does models. He's from Canada also. Go check out Tony Diecast. Go check out Zelda. He races Hot Wheels. Tony Diecast, he has Hot Wheels. Go check out who else we got on that community tab. Trying to think here. Oh, Chef Sketty. Chef Sketty's on there. Go check her out. She was making cookies the other day. Man, made me hungry. Now I want some cookies. But go check them out. Go check all the other channels I have on my community tab. Go take a look. If you like what you see, you know what to do. Check out their videos. Leave them a comment. I always answer my comments. So leave me a comment. If you have a question, I'll try to answer it if I can. But go check them out. The other day I was talking about, how parents aren't talking to their kids. This is very important, guys. Very important. There was a IG video I watched yesterday of this girl. She was in her teens, maybe, or younger. And her little brother or sister was behind her. And she has a gun in her hand, and she cocks the gun, and then she puts it like next to her head, like her forehead, like her side of her head. Now, she was lucky. She was very lucky. The reason I'm saying she was lucky is the gun went off, but only went, like, you can see her hair move. The bullet went like right through her hair. Luckily, it wasn't aiming more further into her. She would have been dead. Now, I don't know. She was trying to look cool, trying to look all like everybody that's always showing off guns. See, that's the thing. People, your kids are watching all these videos and stuff, and they're trying to imitate. They're trying to imitate everybody to try to be cool. Well, if she would have blown her head off, that wouldn't have been cool. So that's what I'm saying, man. Parents need to talk to their children. They need to talk to their kids. Because, what is this guy? But yes, we need to talk to our kids, everybody. I always talk to my kids when they were little. That's the thing. Parents are not, and then I blame the parents about that too. Where'd you get this gun? Guns are supposed to be locked up in a safe place, especially if you have kids. Now, how in the heck did she get the gun and the bullets? That's the thing. It's not good. Kids are doing stupid things because they saw somebody else do it on Instagram or TikTok. Yeah, the outcome wasn't a bad one, but this video can be a teaching tool for other kids. You do this could happen. The gun can go off. She had her finger on the trigger. She put her hand toward her head, and it went off. I don't know if and then the thing is, it's shot in the ceiling. Who knows? Where does she live? Does she live in a 2-story house? Does she live in a 2-story apartment? It's like, what? What if you live under somebody? That bullet's going to go through the floor, through the ceiling, could kill somebody. What if there's a little kid upstairs playing on the floor? That's it. Now you're going to be prosecuted for murder, or manslaughter. See, that's the thing. Parents are not talking to their children. They're not raising their children. My dad used to tell us, if you're outside and if I call you or whistle for you, if you can't hear me, you're too far away. Even that, they would let us, we would go outside, and people think, oh, well, it wasn't that bad back then. Oh, no, it's always been bad. Kids were getting abducted, kids disappearing. All of a sudden, I haven't seen that kid. But nobody knows. Now somebody gets missing or whatever. Boy, boom, it's in your phone, alarms, Amber Alerts, everything, everybody knows about it, And there's still a lot of kids out there getting abducted and abused because parents aren't talking to the kids. If you have your kids in Little League, any kind of sports that deals with an adult that isn't their parent, you don't know that person. And then I hate that saying that everybody says, oh, they all went through a background check. Yeah, so background check doesn't give you any kind of information. The only information it's going to give you is that the guy is a criminal already. Not that he's doing it or that he hasn't gotten caught. That's the thing. People think, oh, background check, he's safe. No. I don't care how many background checks you do on somebody. They could still be molesting your kids and you don't even know it. Unless you talk to your kids. You got to talk to your kids. Parents, go and talk to your kids. Eat breakfast with them. Eat lunch with them. Eat dinner with them. Tell them to put the phone down. It's family time. They don't even communicate no more. They're all on the phone. It's like they're at the table. They're giggling. The kids are giggling. Why? Because they're talking to each other about other stuff, and you don't even know what they're talking about. Why? Because they're texting it on their phone. And then you're like, oh, but I check what my kids watch on their phone because I look at their history. Come on, guys. Our kids are intelligent. If they watch something they don't know about, they don't want nobody to know that they watched it. What do? They delete it. Delete the history. I mean, come on. We all know how to delete history. You watched something you didn't want nobody else to know about. So, talk to your kids. It's such a sad thing to hear that such and such a person shot their little brother by accident because they were handling a gun. They shouldn't have been handling a gun. The only time they should be handling the gun is if you're next to them teaching them about the gun and telling them, this is not a toy. This you do not touch. The only time you touch this is if, say, somebody's killing your mom or your dad and you have to defend them. Other than that, you don't play with it. It's not a toy. People don't understand, how easily a life can be lost in a second. I mean, I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe the video, and it was like, whoa, of course, she was filming it. The little girl was filming it, and her other sibling was behind it. And after it went off, they're like, "Oh my God!" The other kid ran, and but where were the parents? Where did they get this gun? Shame on them. That shouldn't have happened. You have to be responsible. And laws. See, that's the thing. People. Oh, we need more laws for guns. How many? So many. They tell you, oh, so much gun violence. Yes, but they don't tell you exactly how the gun violence happened. They just count it as a number. They don't tell you it was an accident, police shooting, suicide, gang violence. They don't separate it. They all just put it all together. A criminal was killed. A police officer, got shot. They all add it all in one. Which, the thing is, we don't teach our kids anymore. We just let them. Oh, they ask you a question. What happens when, parents? You do this. Your kid comes up to you and asks you a question. Now, if you know the answer, you should answer it. But what do you tell them, even if you know the answer? Google it. Why? You know what you should do? You should say, well, you know what? This is what I know about it, but you know what? Let's find out together. Let's look it up together. That way, if the information that they're getting is good. Because there's a lot of bad information out there. There's a lot of bad information out there. Everything that's in the internet isn't true. We all know that, because we can put anything, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's true. Look, it's in the internet, and look, 10,000 people said it's true." Oh wow! Just because those 10,000 people are all wrong doesn't mean that the answer is correct. But that's the thing. Everybody is now letting technology run their lives. Technology is good, yes, but technology has ruined a lot of lives. It helps. You can track your kids on their phones. People are they want to put a tracking device in the things that they want to give us for the sickness. They don't need to. We already have phones. They're tracking our phones. Come on. Look on there. When you take a picture, unless you disable the picture function where it says where it's from, it tells everybody exactly where the picture was taken, or the video, time, everything. But people, you need to talk to your kids. You're not going to know if they're being bullied, if they're being molested. If somebody's talking to them that's trying to molest them but hasn't done it, you can stop that. My son, when he was in, I think it was like first grade or second grade, he came home one day and, because hey, how's school? I always asked him, how was school, anything new, and he tells me that a custodian at the school is talking to him while he's in the restroom. And I'm like, what? Yeah, that this custodian is telling him that he knows me and that he knows my grandmother. The guy was lucky that I didn't go and confront him. You know, I might have had the police department come over, you know, and say, hey, you know what? Why are you talking to my kid? You say you know me? You don't know me. You don't know my grandmother. And even if you did, you don't talk to a kid while he's in the restroom. And then I tell the principal, and the principal says there's no problem with it. I'm like, what? What do you mean there's no problem with it? Oh, he's a boy and he's a man. Oh, really? I forgot. Men don't molest kids, boys or girls. I'm like, what? What are you saying? I told the principal. That's so. So in other words, if he goes in the girls' restroom, it's fine too. Oh no, that's different. Oh, that's different. I'm like, well, are you going to do anything about it? No. Oh. Plus, all of our custodians have been background checked. Oh wow, that makes me feel much better. So in other words, he hasn't been caught yet. It's like, what? What are you talking about? He's been background checked. Wow. You know, I don't know. You know, just like teachers and you know, sports kids when they're in sports. You know, their coaches. Oh, they've all gone through background checks. You know, they don't molest kids. Like that doctor that was in the Olympics that molested hundreds and hundreds of girls. And in front of the parents, because the parents are so stupid and ignorant. It's like if I'm there in the doctor's office, you know, when you go to the doctor's office, your kids aren't supposed to be in there by themselves. In fact, you can be in their room until they're 18 of age, until they're 18 years old, because that's legal. They're legally adults. So you should be in that room listening and seeing everything that the doctor is doing, where he's touching them. Ask him, why are you doing that? What's the purpose? You know, and say and ask, you know what, you know, if you don't feel right for him doing that, tell him. Is there another way to check? You know, can they do it themselves, or maybe have a nurse do it, or well, even female doctors. You know, the same thing. You know, but you know, you still have to question. Don't just take it for oh, it's he's a doctor. Look at priests. Oh, priests, they're above the law, I guess. No, nobody's above the law. You gotta talk to your kids, everybody. Listen to them. Ask them questions. And tell them they're not in trouble. They're not gonna. Don't yell at them. Don't just tell them, no, that's not right. Don't let them. If there's an adult in there, don't go into the restroom. Go to a different restroom. Or just tell them, hey, excuse me, but I have to go to the bathroom. Can you leave? They're supposed to leave. If they say, oh, I'm doing my job, I can't. That's a lie. Unless the bathroom is flooding. Unless the bathroom is flooding and they're repairing a flood in the bathroom. If there's a clogged toilet and he's gonna unclog it, well, he can do that anytime. If there's other bathrooms that you could use, he should leave. Don't let him stay in there. need to talk to your kids. Find out what they're doing at school. Kids are that's what happened. Now that everybody was sick and parents had to take care of the kids, they found out a lot of stuff. It's not easy taking care of kids. They couldn't put up with their kids. They were like, "Oh, we need to get their kids back in school." Why? Because they don't want to put up with them. Why? Because let's see, they go to school in the morning. They get up. When they get up, you drop them off at school. After school, they have after school programs. Once they get out of school, they come home, eat dinner. They probably eat their dinner in their room. They do their homework in their room. Are they even doing their homework? That's another thing. All of a sudden, you find out, hey, he's not turning in his homeworks. That's the thing. You need to. There's no such thing as privacy when you're a teenager. To a point, yes, but you need the mother or the father need to talk to their kids. Somebody. You need to talk to them about drugs. You need to talk to them about sex. You need to talk about everything. When they're old enough to understand, you need to talk about people touching them. What they're not supposed to be. Nobody's supposed to be touching them. That's why kids are molested, because parents don't talk to their kids, don't tell them. Stranger danger, as they say. I mean, we were always criticized. Me and my wife were always criticized because we were overprotective. How in the hell can you be overprotective? There's no such thing as being overprotective. If I can't see what my kids are doing, then something can happen to them. If they're not with a responsible adult, as they say, because there's some adults that are not responsible. Believe me. It's like, I understand now as an adult, knowing what I know as an adult and having kids. When I was younger, I was reckless with driving even. When I was in my 20s. Because I remember we were going on a trip. I had a Mazda pickup truck. It was lowered with rims, and it had a boom box, music. It was a King Cab, a Mazda B2000 King Cab, and I had a Snug Top, which is it's a brand of camper shell on the back of it. Had a carpet kit in the back. It was nice and comfortable. You could sleep in the back. Had storage areas in the back also, all carpeted. Me and my brother, we installed it, we created it. You could buy those for like $500. We built it for about $150. The most expensive part was the carpeting. This was back in the 80s. Well, like I said, I was a safe driver to a point. I took risks, like passing, other cars. I mean, I knew the limitations of my vehicle. I knew when I could pass and stuff like that. So we were going on a trip. This was up north, up in the San Jose area. We were going to go camping. It was like I believe it was a church. It was a youth group. It was a youth group, and we had a bunch of kids with us. Some of us rode in the back of the truck. and of course, you know, I was passing vehicles, you know, and it was a curvy road up the mountain. You know, I wasn't going really fast because it's, you know, most of the curves, you know, you got to take them at 25 miles per hour, stuff like that. But the parent of the kids that I was carrying saw how I was driving and didn't like it, so he stopped me and he took his kids into his vehicle, which I understand now. You know, I understand. I wasn't being a responsible parent. I was being a responsible adult, but not a responsible parent. I wasn't thinking of the kids that I was carrying. So, you know, that's why, you know, now I understand when I had my own kids. Now I understand, you know, at first when that happened, I was like, oh, okay, whatever, you know. I kind of took it kind of like the wrong way, which I shouldn't have. I didn't say nothing. Just to myself, I thought about it. You know, but that's the thing. As they say, precious cargo. Your kids are precious cargo. You know, you see it when people drive recklessly with kids in the car, when parents smoke cigarettes or weed. Even though weed is legal, weed is still considered like beer. You're not supposed to be driving while intoxicated. Even though weed probably calms you down, you can do it. You can take it as medication. Doctors prescribe it. But if it affects you too much, where your reaction time is slowed down, just like alcohol, just like not sleeping, being too tired, falling asleep at the wheel, same thing. But like I was saying, talk to your kids, everybody. For any of those that don't know what I was talking about, go watch the video. I'm talking about a very young girl was doing an IG video. I was watching it, and she like had a gun. She loaded it in the video. She loads a handgun, you know, and then puts the gun to her head, toward her head, touches her head with the gun, and the gun goes off. The bullet, you could see the bullet when it flew through her hair into the ceiling. I don't know what happened. All I know is there is a God, because God didn't allow her life to be taken that day. It was spared. Now, it's a good teaching video. This is a video that Instagram shouldn't take down. They should leave it up. But there should be a warning on there. Talk to your kids. This is what happens if you don't talk to your kids. You know, we need to teach our kids gun safety. If they're old enough to pick up the gun, 5-year-olds, 4-year-olds, they should have been able to get to that gun. How did this girl get to that gun? Why wasn't it locked up? You know, that is crazy. But yes, it was on Instagram. I could imagine if it would have been, if she would have killed herself on Instagram, the video wouldn't have been there anymore. But, you know, you see it time and time again. Little kids with their brothers playing with a rifle. They don't know if it's loaded, and if it's not loaded, and they load it, why were they allowed to get to it? You should be not keep the guns should not be kept where the kids can go. They should be in a safe, a locked safe. You know, cannot be just lying there loaded, or with the safe open. You know, they have the safe, but they don't lock it. It's like, why even have the safe? It's like where I work at. There's gates with locks, and they would leave them unlocked. Why would you leave a lock unlocked? Our bosses told us, why are these? He asked the other boss. After that, they locked them all. You know, everything's locked. You know, they're saying, oh, well, there's a fence, you know, barbed wire fence area. There's cameras, security, you know, 24/7. Yes, but still there is the possibility, guys. So you should always have those guns locked. All the time, guys, all the time. So, like I was saying, talk to your kids. Your kids shouldn't be dying from stupidity. They shouldn't be dying because of an accidental gun going off. But, you know, we aren't letting our kids, you know, tell them, go. They need to go visit their grandparents. Now, also, that's another danger too. Grandparents, they have guns. Some, you know, even if you don't have guns, it's like my older son. You know, he has a 2.5-year-old. You know, we have guns, but they're locked up. You know, in California, you have to have them locked up. You can't have them anywhere where they can be, you know, where they somebody can get to them. Because an accident will happen, and you might lose your child. You know, and everybody, oh, I'm too busy. I work too much. Well, after your kids die, are you gonna say, "Oh shit! I guess I should have took time"? You know, those times that I spent on Instagram, on YouTube. You know, or TikTok. You know, there. I don't even know. I've never watched. Only thing I have is Instagram and YouTube. I don't know. I don't have TikTok. I don't have any of these other social medias like Facebook. You know, people put everything on there. You know, too much information. It's like I'm in the bathroom. I'm taking a dump. I'm going on vacation. It's like, why don't you just tell everybody, and then you're showing your address. You know, it's like, well, you're showing your address. You're gonna get, somebody's gonna break into your house and steal everything. So, talk to your kids. Listen to them. Ask them how's school, who are you hanging out with? Are they having any problems? Are they asking you to take drugs, to smoke weed? You know, everybody smokes weed. Now it's legal. Yes, but you still have to be an adult to do it. And you can't send weed through the U.S. mail. It's that's federal, people. Remember, it's only legal in states. It's still not a federal. It's illegal. Federal is still not legal. They just don't prosecute it because it's just weed. But if they wanted to, if you're endangering your kids, or if you're breaking a federal law, they will prosecute you. So don't do it. And we all, like I said, we all need to be responsible adults. If you don't have kids and you're in charge of kids, you have to be responsible. Don't be the cool, like they say, oh, I love my uncle so and so because he's so cool, because he lets us get away with everything. That's not being cool. You might think it's cool, and you might think it's cool. They think, oh, so they like me, Oh, Grandpa's so cool, he lets us take a puff of his pipe or cigar or his cigarette, or I mean, when I grew up, it was everybody, would give alcohol to the kids. That was normal back in the 60s and 70s. You're at a party or at home and, oh, hey, yeah, here, taste it. And it's like, nasty. Well, hey, maybe it was a good thing. Maybe that way they would say, oh, I'm not gonna drink that. I'm not gonna smoke. But that's when parents used to talk to the kids. Now parents don't even talk to their kids. They don't even know the names of their teachers, let alone their friends' names. It's like you let your kids go off somewhere in somebody's car. Do you know their name? Do you know their parents? Do you know where they live? What if your kid doesn't come back? Oh, my kid left with a friend. Oh, what was his name? I don't know. Dude, did you get the color of his car? Did you get the license plate? Did you get what kind of car they were driving? No? Well, I guess that's it for your kid. Never gonna see him again. You know? Hey, Morbid, what's up? What's up? 40. Fluffy, what's up? What's up? Squirrel, magnet squirrel fishing. Operation. What's up? What's up, Snowy? Welcome, welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming in, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending wherever it is, wherever you're at. Thank you for coming in. God bless everybody. Till next time, as Keith says, talk to your mama, call her, tell her you love her because you don't know how long she's going to be around. Hey, Sharon, what's up? What's up? No problem. Just talking about kids. Parents need to talk to the kids. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye bye. See ya.